Today, I'd just like to talk about Anchor House's role as the place of last resort in society. And I don't think Anchor House is alone. I suspect that many homeless and other charities are facing into the issues we are, against a backdrop of substantial cuts and reductions in services. We are becoming the place of last resort, against a backdrop of 20% cuts in budgets, against a backdrop of local authorities unable to commission services for those people suffering from mental health, for example. And in the last couple of months, I've reflected on a number of issues. We had a mental health case where the chap concerned was being violent, and we had difficulties obtaining access to mental health services. And in the end, we had to involve the police and have him sectioned. In respect of another young man, he had been suffering from drug use over a 20-year period, been in prison about 30 times, yet he had never once properly received the treatment he needed for the substance misuse issues. I had to write to the substance misuse agencies telling them that he'd just had a heart operation and he was going swimming in the docks, and that they would be responsible for his death if they didn't take his case seriously. I've reflected on that case considerably, and I shouldn't have to be writing letters like that in Britain in 2014, in the 7th largest economy in the world. We also have rough sleepers in here, particularly some Europeans, EU nationals, and again the system is proving very difficult to work with, as nobody wishes to take on board some people from Eastern Europe. But they are in this country, they've been allowed in, but actually then the system doesn't want to help provide any services. And we're expected to be the place of last resort. We work with people coming out of prison, and again, we don't see people properly being assessed before they're referred to us, and sometimes they indulge in violence and get recalled back to prison. Me and my staff are facing into this type of situation now on a daily basis, and as I suspect other agencies are across the country. I think local authorities, government, health service, police have to really think about how they're going to help us to work with some of the most problematic people in society. At the moment, they're trading on our goodwill. The goodwill of my staff who work through till midnight when they should have gone home at 5 o'clock to deal with these issues. The goodwill of my staff who get assaulted. The goodwill of my staff who have to face into some very difficult positions but don't seem to be able to get the services we require in the right and timely manner because of the resource issues we all seem to be facing. However, I believe we're being dumped upon, and I ask others to take their positions in society seriously.